Hey, what's going on, guys? DJS here, bringing you guys a gameplay of Need for Speed Most Wanted. And I wanted to bring this gameplay to you guys to discuss on how to evade the cops. And some tips that I've kind of found, I figured I'd share them with you guys. The end of the video is probably the most important part, is you'll actually see me being able to evade them, doing a couple tricks. But a couple things just for tips from the beginning. Number one, you'll want to have a fast car. It's pretty simple, but you definitely want a fast car, at least one that you're comfortable with handling. I chose a Lamborghini because it's fast. It goes about 180 top speed that I've got it up to at least, and the handling is pretty darn good. It's also a beefy enough body that it's pretty solid, and it can take my abuse that I fork out, as you can see. There's another car called the Arrow that has way better handling, and the acceleration is just godly. But it's like a Indy car, so the body is so weak that that everything you hit just kind of slow-mos you. Another tip that I would say is you can see that little blue meter that looks kind of like bullets on the lower right hand corner. That's actually my NOS, and you should unlock the NOS. It is very, very important to have that. Like, you'll be able to evade a lot quicker if you have NOS. You unlock that by doing some races and stuff for that particular vehicle. But another tip is basically, like, if you ram through the barrier of a police cars. And here's an awesome off-the-road action thing right here. I go in the water. If you blast through a barricade or hit cop cars, it seems like it's a catch-22. It's a bad thing because your indicator will go up. Like you can see right now, it's in the cooldown phase at 4. But it can go up if you ram enough cars. So it's a bad thing. But the good part about that is it actually lets you have a chance to actually evade. And here's a fail right here on my end. I should have just kept on going straight, but I didn't. So if you ram through the barriers and you hit enough cop cars or whatever, and you can evade their area, then it's the cooldown period, and you have to just kind of avoid the cop cars. You can't hide really in one spot. You have to just keep going through and trying to evade. Now, what you notice right there, I went through that little wrench-looking area, kind of like looks like a gas station shop or something. Like that, you notice I changed my paint job. That's going to be critical going forward. It's going to be really important that you use that to your advantage. The other thing that I would recommend, and you'll see at the very end of this video, as to the best way, once you're actually past the cops and it's cooling down, is to switch into a different car. But so there's those two main things. Once you're in the cooldown phase, to get to the cooldown phase, though, all I can recommend is that you, again, have a fast car, have NOS, and have the ability to break through their barricades and smash the cop cars, as you can see right there. Those guys were coming towards me, and as a result, I was able to speed away, use my NOS a little bit, and you can see right here I'm going to be in the clear. Now, the other thing, once you're in the clear, watch this. As soon as I go through this wrench shop, and I'm in the clear, this is me bad driving, unfortunately, so it ended up not working to the level that I needed it. But you can see the heat level decreased. Go through there, and you can see it instantly drop down 1. And I think that if you do this, I haven't tried this 100%, but you watch this again. You go through this area, and it dropped down 1 more. Unfortunately, I was too close to a cop car, and I was trying to drop down 1 more to see if I can actually drop it completely gone. But there was a cop car right behind me, and it ended up spotting me. So it did not work this time. But I think that if you go through that thing a couple times, it actually will work, and the cops will get away from you, and you'll be able to evade them. But the last part you're going to notice here, towards the end here, I actually pull the old switcheroo. I get away from the cops far enough, and actually that's one thing to mention right there. You see how I jumped off the edge? I kind of had to respawn. Because of that, the cop cars stayed where they were, and I was able to spawn in a different spot and actually cool down. But this is the old switcheroo right here. You can see I'm on a level 1. And, of course, the horrible driving right into a wall, which I don't recommend you doing. But I switched into this vehicle right here that I found, and it instantly dropped it. And that was it. So just hopefully you guys found this helpful. It can be difficult to evade the cops. But if you do some of these things that I mentioned, hopefully it will help you. And you'll be able to evade these guys. And maybe get some good points from it in the meantime. Because you can make a lot of points from evading the cops and smacking up the cops and stuff. So have a good one. And thanks again for stopping in. I'll have a couple more Need for Speed videos out there. I'm having a lot of fun playing the game, so hopefully you guys don't mind me posting the videos. And the game comes out next Tuesday. If you didn't know, it's actually I'm playing it a pre-release. Anyway, thanks guys.